In this episode, we are going to participate in one of my favorite pastimes. That's right, toy hunting. So, stick around. Hello, fellow dorks and dorkettes, and welcome to Internauts Go! My name is Rob, and in this episode, we are going to jump on eBay and look for the toys that I wish I had when I was a kid. This is the follow-up episode to episode number 12 in the Toys I Wish I Had as a Kid series. And if you haven't seen it yet, jump over, watch that episode where I talk about the toys and little backstories to why I wanted them, why I didn't get them, and so on and so forth. Then hop back over here and enjoy the hunt. Well, as usual, we are going to jump over on eBay and see if these toys are obtainable for me. I mean, I'm a collector on a budget, a dork on a budget, if you will. So, yeah, I have some preconceived prices in my head already that I'm willing to pay. So let's see if any of these sellers come close to the mark. And believe me, I know that I'm probably being very unrealistic with some of my thoughts, but unfortunately, you gotta be that way. And gotta stick to your guns sometimes, and when that grail comes upon you and you're able to get it, it's just going to feel all the much sweeter when you have it in your collection. But anyway, without further ado, let's jump in and see what we can find. Okay, I have eBay already pulled up, and yeah, let's look for the first item on the list, and that was Transformers Generation 1 Shockwave. Now, I'm anticipating this being pretty pricey because, yeah, it's a sought-after figure. It has a lot of losable parts, and, yeah, we have to be very specific with our search terms because there are many generations of this character out there, and wow, he has changed over the years. I mean, coming from a awesome laser blaster, he's now a spider-type tank, which is pretty cool, to a spaceship gunship thing. So, yeah, he runs the gamut to what he has become in the later generations. So, like I said, wanted to be a little bit specific. I'm just going to put in... Well, let me put the cursor up here first. I'm going to put in Shockwave. Back up. I'm going to put in Transformers. Shockwave. G1. It's right there in the search terms. And we're just going to look for the most relevant, best match, if you will. And we'll go from there. We usually just look at the one page, and that's as far as my search goes for these episodes. So, first things first, we have a new listing. Shockwave G1 Transformers Vintage Gray Galactic Man Gun Laser working 100%. Now, if memory serves me, this is the Radio Shack version, the bootleg, if you will, of Shockwave. And if he's complete, $88.99. Now, granted, that's not the price that I have in my head, but that doesn't seem too bad for a beginning bid. They want $150 with $10.60 shipping for it. Let's just take a look at it just to get a grasp, shall we? Yeah, Tandy. So that's the Radio Shack version. But he comes with the little sleeve, if you will, that goes over his arms. Has his power cord there. Looks in very good condition. And the gray looks pretty awesome, honestly. Now, I don't think the Transformers version has a translucent hand. He has this, of course, being a translucent purple-pink type of color, but I don't think the hand is translucent, so that's definitely different. His battery pack. Wow, it's a 9-volt battery. I didn't know that. Pretty cool. Little pricey, but pretty cool. Now here we have a reissue, which I would be happy with a reissue, for $84.99. Buy it now. Still out of my price range, but pretty cool. And they're in the box, so that's an added bonus. Here we go. 15 bids at $62. Ooh, here's one for parts. I wonder what's wrong with it. $50, buy it now. Let's take a look at it and see what's wrong with it. I mean, it looks a little wonky. Oh, it's got the color changing symbol. Always cool. Now, I think this is... Oh, I see the wires coming out there. I can definitely see what they're saying now. Oh, poor dude. Oh! That's sad. But that just gives us an insight that for $50, you can get a busted one. I mean, shoot. Definitely out of my league here. Here's another gray one, it looks like, maybe. Let's see a close-up real quick. And I'm not going to dwell on these too much because we have a lot of ground to cover. Yeah, it's authentic. It has the color change symbol. So let's just zip down. We know what we're looking at now. And just take a look at some of these prices. 78, 100% complete. Hasbro Titans Return. That's a sponsored. Original vintage Shockwave for 40. But it looks like he might be missing his arms. Yeah, look at it dangling there. That's so sad. Here we have 60. It's like he's missing his sleeve thing. 80, 70. Brand new gift, no box. So that's probably a reissue. Oh, 50 for a Soundwave with 2 tapes. 60 for the Galactic Man Radio Shack version. Ooh, for parts only. Yikes. $100. Get out of here. Here's the Masterpiece. Laser Wave Kids Toy. Mint and sealed box. $56. Does he turn into a blaster, though? Let's take a look and see. I can tell you he probably doesn't light up and have sounds. Or maybe he does. Looks like there's a light in there. Look at that. Cool stand. Now, I would be happy with this, for sure. Oh, look, a little mini version of him. So you can give him the Starscream to pop some caps in people. $103.99. New in-stock Shockwave Pocket Toys. So that's a little one for $26 or $22. We'll round up. That's still kind of cool. Yeah. Action Masters. At the time, didn't dig the Action Masters, but now I would love to have some of those in my collection. I mean, they're like G.I. Joe sized posable Transformers. They didn't transform, they're just action figures, and I think that's pretty awesome. $15. Let's take a closer look because I'm just really curious. Hover to zoom. Okay, we're hovering. Zoom. Zoom. Anyway, that's pretty cool. I am going to add to watch list. Oh, come on. Don't have time for sign-ins. 75, 125, 400. Yikes. 50. Here's just the box for 29. 90 for Reflector. That's pretty cool. 41 for the reissue with 10 bids. $33 just for the rubber hose. $500, $135, $150. Here's the Galactic Man in box for $224.99. What a world we live in where the bootleg, if you will, the bootleg is commanding the same amount of money. There's that Pocket Toys one, $70. Here's the little Action Master again for $20. Yeah, definitely out of my league, but I kind of expected that. I mean, Transformers are still so popular, and yeah, they go for buku bucks. So, next item on the list is Battlestar Galactica, the Ovian figure. So Battlestar Galactica, Ovian. There we go. $10 bids, $25.60. And he is complete. Has his little tea cozy on. 4 arms intact. Not too shabby. Not the price that I had in my head, but still. Whoa, look at this. How many you get in this lot for $75? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. 9. You want to do some troop building, right there you go. $75 for 9 of them. That's not too bad. That actually hits the mark I have in my head, but not all at one time. Custom Ovian cape. Just the cape, no figure, for $7.35. $10. Now that's what I'm the gas I'm cooking with. Doesn't have this tea cozy. I don't need it. So $10, $9, $3.50, 0 bids, 6 days left. So I might have to check that out in a couple days. I'd be happy to get it for that. But $10, $9 shipping, get out of here. $30, $20, $11.99, $8 with $4 shipping. That's not too bad. But yeah, like I said, I'm not even a big Battlestar Galactica fan. I don't even really remember watching it that much as a kid. I do remember seeing Daggett and loving him, but this was a toy that just somehow always ended up in people's Star Wars collections. And yeah, I got to play with it at other kids' houses and stuff, and just, yeah, always loved this character. I mean, what a novelty to have 4 arms. I mean, that's awesome. And yeah, I'm happy with some that I'm seeing here for the prices, other than the shipping. So I will definitely have to take a look. I mean, here's one sealed for $200. Don't care about it that much. $12.90. His eyeball's a little scuffed up, it looks like. Oh, here at $15, and you get this weird tumor-looking dude. Imperious Leader with cape. That might be something to take a look at. 0 bids, 21 hours left. $7 shipping, so that'd be $22 for both of them. Not too bad. Whoa, look at this. You get Daggett and that dude and Starbuck for $35. But looks like Daggett's missing his tail. $75 for a lot here. So very doable, very obtainable. So super happy about that. And yeah, I would definitely love to get this guy for my Star Wars universe, just like when I was a kid, you know, and other people had it. Him and Buck Rogers figures. I mean, I got the Twiggy figure from Buck Rogers, and he just chills out with my Star Wars toys. I mean, just like I said, toys like that just ended up in people's Star Wars collections. I mean, Star Wars was all-consuming. Everyone had at least a handful of figures, and then these like wacky off-the-wall toys that, you know, just fit in there somehow, and they were the same size and pretty much the same articulation, and it just fit. I mean, it was just your own little world that you created, and yeah, I mean, I have such vivid memories. I'm sorry to deviate off this real quick, of this one dude and his brother, and our parents were friends, and I would hang out at their house, and they had a whole room full of sci-fi toys from wall to wall, shelves, all set up in different scenes, and they used building blocks and painted them, and had the cantina, and blah blah blah, and doubles of figures, and so on and so forth. And yeah, I would love to just sit and talk about that one episode. I haven't figured out how to fit it into like a sentimental episode or anything, but yeah, it was like cats like that, and having all of these sci-fi toys in their collection that, yeah, it just vivid memories of that. That is why I want stuff like this now. But anyway, on to the next one, which is the GoBots power suits. So these came in two different styles. You could get all 5 pieces in one set, or they were broken up and sold single. So first things first, we see the centerpiece, the chest and head piece, for $45, still in the box. Not too shabby, of course, not the price I have in my head, but yeah, that's not too shabby with it still being in the box. Here we have the same thing for $21.50 with $8.25 shipping. Looks in pretty decent shape. Here, let's take a look at it, get a close-up here. Looks like it's missing maybe part of its chest piece. I'm hovering. Zoom. Zoom. There we go. Well, maybe not. It just looks like it's a little scuffed up. Stickers look pretty decent. Now, the thing is, if I would ever bid on this and get it, I would have to get 5 new GoBots to go with it. I mean, I only have one GoBot remaining from when I was a kid. It's the character Forks, the fork truck. The only one I have left. So I would love to get some of the ones that I had as a kid, and maybe we'll do those on the Toys I Wish I Still Had episode. Talk about a couple of them. Look at this. $35 beginning bid with 3 hours left. The Renegade spaceship playset. Stickers are a little boogered up. Let's see a picture of the inside here. Still, $35 for something that big, that seems pretty sweet deal to me. But it's not what we're looking for. Look at this. Still in the package. $14.39. Zoom. There we go. Look at that. Like I said, they sold them in single packs as well. Armored for Renegade GoBots. See, this was the bad version. Sold for 99 cents. Look at that price tag. What's the back of the box? Look at that. It's got a checklist. I guess to what suits they fit in. Wow. Pretty smart of them. They all fit into number 4, it looks like. Very, very smart of them. That's pretty cool. These names, though, I mean, awesome names. Let's just take a look at them real quick. Sorry to drag this episode out any longer, but this just, look at it. Bad Boy, Blockhead, Buggy Man, Copter. Remember Copter, he was awesome. I had him. Crane Brain, Crasher, Psykill, of course. Fitor, Flytrap, Geeper, Creeper, Loco, Pincher, Scorp, Screwhead, Slicks, Spoiler, Spoons. Hey, he fits in a couple. Cool. Stallion, Stinger, Tank, Tux, Twin Spin, Vamp, Waterwalk, and Zero. So these are the Renegades. I guess the good guys have their own different back. But look at that, $14.39 or best offer for still in the package. Here's $100 for the body piece. Amazing prices. But we won't look at every single one. I mean, we've taken up enough of your time. Let's see if this has the back of the package. It does. Look at that. Blaster, dive, dozer, dumper, flip top, good night, hands cuff, heat seeker, leader 1, night ranger, pathfinder, pumper, rescue, road ranger, royal T, scooter, hated scooter, scratch, smallfoot, sparky, spacey, turbo, wrong way, and vanguard. Yeah, number 1 doesn't have a lot of people that actually fit in it, so that's interesting. Let's see, do they have a number 1 so we can see what it looks like? Here it is all together for $72.99. Pretty slick. Here's number 1. Okay, I can understand why. It has a very thin body part to it here. And if it's a bulkier figure, it might not fit snugly in there. I can dig it. I understand. But wow, I mean, you could piece this together for not that much, or buy the whole thing for 70 something. At $10, $8, $5. Here's 78 for that Renegade again. Not too shabby. Okay, very obtainable. Ooh, look at that. The Loco, the train dude, for $10. I wouldn't mind picking that up. You choose. Just sell the whole lot. Here's the bad one for $100 all put together. Very cool. Now, next on the hit parade is the Star Wars Kenner-made speeder bike. So Star Wars Kenner speeder bike. There it is, vintage speeder bike. $1.25, 2 bids, 3 days left. With box. Oh my God. Okay, please see description. Well, okay, what's wrong with it? Looks like it's all there. I wonder what's wrong with it. Okay, vintage speeder bikes. Please see description. Item is missing a detachable piece. Thank you for viewing. Huh. Because that was the thing, and I forgot to mention it in the episode earlier this week, but yeah, it had a capability where you would hit it and it would fall apart in places. So just like it ramming into the tree when Luke cut the front off of it, boom, you could recreate that. So like I said, I forgot to mention that when I talked about the toy. Here is a vintage bike with a newer figure for $20. Instruction book. Man, miss those type of instruction books with the hand-drawn covers and everything. That's so awesome. Sorry to go back, but 52 watchers, $15. Handlebars, flaps, gun replacement parts. $20 for a figure and it? Is it 100%? Oh, let me look. Sorry. I know, this is probably getting too long and boring, but even has his blaster. Little boogered up there in the front. Maybe. $60? I swear, I think some people don't even compare their listing to other people's. I mean, one day I hope to do some selling on eBay. I need to clear out some of the clutter, and there's some stuff that I've picked up over the years just to hold on to, which I can get rid of. And believe me, if I would be setting up an eBay shop, I would look at other people's listings and come in a couple bucks cheaper just because I want to sell it. And a couple bucks is better than no bucks sitting on the shelves here. Here's a complete one for $8.99. Power of the Force 2, 1996. I'd still be happy with it for 10 bucks. $18.95, new in the box for like $150. What's this? Vintage Star Wars speeder bike handlebar parts, replacement, $7. Very doable. Oh, thank you, Star Wars gods. I was able to get, and I should have done a follow-up episode, but a few episodes ago talked about toys I wish I still had, and it was a little Hoth thing. It wasn't in the movies, but they made it just for the toys, and I was able to pick one up for super cheap. I mean, like super cheap, and I have it on the shelf over there. So very doable. Happy about that. So the last thing on the list, and it's nothing that I even would want, but just out of curiosity, look up an 80s Speak and Spell. $20. I love this figure. I recently bought it again. I know I did an episode about it. But this one actually comes with the Speak and Spell. Mine didn't. But I paid a lot less money than that for it. That looks like it's in good shape. I don't want to hoard what I already have, but I'd think about it. $40. Look at this. All this for $100. Look at these old games. Let's take a look. Man, these old electronic games. They were the wave of the future. I mean, I remember my dad, because I had young parents, he actually got this little driving game, and it was so like cutting edge, and all it was a road on a little conveyor, and you just moved like the little glowing car back and forth on it. I mean, it's like analog crossed with digital, and yeah, it just, ooh, oh my God, the future is now. Then fast forward, 10 years, and then the Game Boy comes out. That baseball game, that just takes me back. And these little, look at that touchdown game. I don't even like sports games, but that little slot machine, I mean, yeah. Wow. Awesome. So you could get a Speak and Spell for $20. Like I said, it's not something I am clamoring to reconnect with, because as a kid, I thought they were super cool, but nowadays, I mean, it's definitely a collectible I can live without. But yeah, as a kid, it was something I really wanted to have. But anyway, let's leave it there. And I hope you enjoyed this little shopping trip. And like I said, I just see this as like a virtual hangout. We're meeting up at the mall, doing some window shopping. And this is what you would get in real life with me, because my wife gets crazy with it, because she'll say, no, just buy it. And I'm like, nah. Because deep down, I'm a cheapskate, and I want to feel that rush of getting something at a deal. So I would love to get stuff from my collection, but I would love to get it at bargain prices. So yeah, I love flea markets and stuff like that. And you stumble upon people that Yeah, they just want to sell their stuff. They're not looking to be millionaires. But anyway, I've kept you long enough this evening. So I want to say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you enjoyed this or any of the episodes that YouTube is recommending down here, please hit subscribe. And if you hit that little bell icon, you'll be notified whenever there's a new episode. So anyway, thanks for watching. Keep being rad and stay dorky.